Hey, this is Kathy with Woolmaven. I'm glad you're here. This is going to be an excerpt of one of my lives that I do inside my membership where I teach people to spin. Anyway, hope you like it. Alrighty, here we go on the second part of the live. So I hope I didn't want to sound too preachy on the first part, but wow, gosh, it hurts me when somebody's scared to feel dumb to ask an important question. So please, once again, if you have a question, please ask. I can't guarantee I know the answer, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to figure it out for you. So anyway, we're ready to go. We're going to ply to make the yarn that we'll be making another one of these, a little bit bigger, but I love how just nice and thick that is. That's awesome. So, going to... we look like we're all right for now. And this is a pretty easy going ply. Meaning I'm not worried a ton about anything other than just plying it. I'm not looking for any specific like tightness or anything. And you will notice I'm setting back from my wheel a little bit so you can see it better. But I need to tighten it up. And if you're feeling super observant, then you've noticed, I went the wrong way there. If you're super observant, then you've noticed I'm actually going the wrong way. And the reason for that is, see, that's just pretty loose. That's what we want. Still more. Move it down. It fills up pretty fast. There it goes. And I just want it nice and loosely together. I'm not looking for anything super specific because I'm going to knit it, not set it or anything, just knit it. And I like to do that. I rarely wet set the yarn. See all those bumps? They're just going right in. No worries. This is a super easy, fun one to make. You just chuck whatever you want to in there. I don't like anything too solid. Like if there were little bits of locks that weren't carded, I probably won't chuck those in, but a little bit more. It takes quite a bit of tension to pull these babies in here because my orifice is a little bit not made for art yarn. And then all these little bits sticking off will get caught on the hook sometimes. So, and I'm just lightly plying it together. Now I'm already at the end, so we'll move it over to this one, to the other side, and work my way back down. And since the two bobbins on I'm plying from are pretty full, I doubt the likelihood of this all making one bobbin. This is not gonna happen. Look how cool that is, though. You can really see the pink there. And I don't know if you've seen my other short videos that I put up, but I did make, when I carded this this nice Lincoln cross into the bat, I was putting little colored bits right in the bat, and it just wasn't, that was fun and I liked it, but the result for spinning, it just kind of washed out the color too much. So instead of putting the color into the bat, move it down again, I just decided to just card just the brown itself and then add little dashes of color as I was spinning the single. There we go. Getting all hung up. But all the little pieces, parts hanging out, no worries, no worries. They'll all fold in really nice. So anyway, back to it, got off on a tangent. If you're eagle eye, you'll notice I'm spinning the wrong way. I'm spinning the wrong way. Most people would have spun their singles clockwise and then would be plying counterclockwise. What I have found though is for me, in the way I knit, is I'm a continental knitter. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, I guess. See how cool that looks. I really like that. Anyway, but for the way I knit, and I've read this about crocheters too, that it just goes better for some styles of knitting and for some reason crochet if you do things exactly opposite. So for me, if I'm going to knit it up, and I just started doing this, but I really like it, I do the singles counterclockwise and then the ply clockwise. And when I knit the finished piece, it seems to keep the stitches nicer. Because if I do the single clockwise and the ply counterclockwise like normal, then when I in the stitches, it's like the way I knit adds an extra twist in there, and the stitches just sort of look like too twisty. And I never thought of it, but then I thought, hey, I'll give that a shot. And cripes, it seems to make a world of difference to me. So I've switched to doing just about everything opposite of what you'd normally be told, because this works better for me. If you like what you're knitting up, then keep on keeping on with how you're doing it. But if you don't like what you're knitting up, then consider switching, because all you need to do is every time through the wheel, you just have to turn the wheel the opposite way. So if your singles are clockwise, your ply is counterclockwise. And if for some reason you put it through the wheel a third time, like I made this cable where it had to go through the wheel a third time, then it's every time you go through the wheel, you change direction of the wheel. I don't know if you heard that. There was a little bit caught there, so it was stuck on the hooks. But I just do what I can here. And see that little bit? I don't worry about it. Keep going. If you didn't like it, pull it off. I don't think the wheel likes me sitting back this far. And the only thing I do pull out is occasionally there's little bits of, like right there's a little bit of hay or something. Almost like a little white fiber. I pull that out. Most of that's already dropped out. This is pretty clean. It's really cool. The lock's multicolored, so you can see the orange and the pink in there. And I just would spin a brown single, and then just every once in a while chuck in a colored lock. And I wasn't going for any, see, look at that. It's neat with that sticking out like that. I wasn't going to any specific pattern. With this that I made, I tried to keep to the blue-green section, heavy blue, a little bit of green. Whereas this one I'm making now, I think I'm going for more of like a tote bag, a little bit bigger. That's going to be a backpack for the grandkids. But anyway, so I wanted a little bit more of a variety pack of colors in it, and it'll get to where it will be having a hard time pulling it in. And you'll notice, look at, like, it just doesn't want to go anywhere. That's because this requires quite a bit of pull to get these porkers on here. And we're stuck on one of those. That's the downside of kind of the Wild and Crazies. But if you have one of those sliding hooks, that'd be really cool. I don't have a wheel like that. Next about, this is a matchless in case you didn't know, and that's about, to me, the only downside of the matchless is that it kind of has a small orifice, a bigger orifice where I could like stuff the yarn through, I'd like better, or stuff the leader through, I'd like better. And then the sliding hooks, those are cool. But otherwise, I really like this thing. We got another. No, see, that's just pretty. And when you ply it, it's almost like the colored bits sort of go in line with the yarn, whereas before they looked more of a candy cane stripe, but now they look almost like straight, and it's just pretty. And it's just little color bits like added into the felt, which I like, but I just put those on top of the single when I'm spinning. See, when it's a little bit thinner, it goes in okay. When it gets all fat, it's like, no. But I don't worry about it. There's little unspun bits sticking off. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So there's a little excerpt from the live. Hope you liked it. Thanks for joining me. If you are interested in learning to spin yarn, I do have a course. Would love to have you there. And you can check out all the details at woolmaven.com/spinning course. Hope to see you next time.